Dear viewers, welcome to Boom Gossip Channel. Please watch the entire video without skipping any part. Your subscription is very important to us. I pray you have a good day. Thank you. One of the least hated spouses in the 90 Day Fiancé series is Pedro Jimeno, who has displayed narcissistic tendencies and chilly demeanor. There are a few reasons why viewers of the family Chantel and 90 Day Fiancé now rank Pedro Jimeno as one of the most despised spouse characters. The 31-year-old Dominican man originally appeared in Season 4 of 90 Day Fiancé, where he chased Chantel Everett, an Atlanta native. When they first met, Pedro came across as a kind man who cherished his spouse and wanted to start a family with her. Chantel, who married the man, experienced the same thing. Unfortunately, when the couple started having significant family problems soon after getting married, things didn't turn out as expected. Due to their compelling relationship, Pedro and Chantel received their own spin-off, the family Chantel. The couple's post-marriage issues, such as disagreements with their families, emotional clashes, communication challenges, etc., were portrayed on the show. Over the course of the previous 4 seasons of the family Chantel, Pedro and Chantel's relationship grew distant. Due to trust concerns, they also started arguing more and having pointless disagreements. In the 4th season of the show, Pedro became distant from his wife and eventually requested a divorce. Chantel, who was inconsolable, didn't resist and signed the documents, formally ending her marriage. Since the family Chantel Season 4, Pedro has earned the title of ultimate villain among viewers for a number of valid arguments. The 31-year-old Dominican man now appears to have wanted to divorce Chantel and was only waiting for the proper time. He is thought to have set up a scheme to divorce Chantel as soon as he arrived in the country, with the help of his dubious mother and power-seeking sister. The most significant evidence in favor of this assertion comes from old tapes in which Pedro made jokes about splitting up with Chantel, his newlywed wife. Pedro also receives a lot of criticism since, unlike the majority of the spouses in the 90 Day Fiancé series, he never publicly declared his love for Chantel. Although they may have had a difficult relationship journey on the show, celebrities like Kobe Blaze, David Toborowski, Andre Castrovet, and others upload loving material with their partners. In contrast, Pedro had behaved like a narcissist who had done nothing but showcase himself or his gym pictures while partially undressed, possibly to attract female fans. Pedro has always loved himself more than Chantel, and this is clear from his social media posts. Chantel moved all the money from their joint account to protect her money when Pedro and Chantel divorced and separated. Chantel may have kept the money she earned throughout their 5 years of marriage for herself because she suspected Pedro of misusing it. The majority of viewers are aware that Pedro paid his unkind mother money, even though he didn't have a reliable source of income in the United States. Fans speculate that Chantel transferred the money to make up for all the money she has spent on her Dominican husband since 2016. Due to his actions in the last 2 seasons of the family Chantel, Pedro has legitimately earned the title of worst husband. Pedro began by slowly reprimanding Chantel in front of the cameras. The 31-year-old Dominican man started off being a terrible jerk to his wife, accusing her of being lethargic and then criticizing her for failing her nursing exam. It is thought that Pedro planned every step of the way up to his breakup with Chantel. Pedro remained distant from his former partner even after declaring divorce on the show, indicating that perhaps he had never truly loved her. There are several reasons why people believe Pedro lied about his feelings for Chantel. He gave Chantel nicknames when he initially appeared on the show, compared her curves to a guitar, and posted a ton of cute photos of them together on his Facebook page. However, as soon as he arrived in the United States and wed her, he barely acknowledged her. Although Pedro may have lost his love, most of his supporters believe he lived by the maxim, fake it until you make it. He didn't fight for the marriage as Chantel did on the show. He purposefully gave up on it. Chantel had a deep affection for Pedro, which was evident in all of the TLC programs. She initially told her family lies about Pedro in order to be married to him. She traveled to the Dominican Republic to see her mother-in-law's enemy during the previous season in an effort to mend their friendship. Chantel was adamantly opposed to the idea of ever leaving her husband. Pedro, in contrast, had made jokes about divorce, implying he had been considering it for a while. The Dominican man had similarly chosen to remain with his wife, despite having lost interest in her. Pedro has always abused Chantel's love and trust, as evidenced by his deeds. It is clear that Pedro exhibits numerous narcissistic qualities, which makes him a bad husband. He has, however, also shown himself to be incredibly egotistical. Pedro was assisted by Chantel on various occasions during the run of the family Chantel when he was jobless. Like a loving wife, she also made an effort to comprehend his feelings and offered him her complete support. Pedro, in contrast, didn't consider Chantel's feelings without him. Instead, he was solely concerned with furthering his career now that he had a job. Additionally, he started to act as though his career as a realtor was the only thing that counted. The way Pedro has used his influence to advance his career is a major factor in why people despise him. Fans have already taken note of Pedro's enthusiastic reference of his achievement on reality TV in his biography on the website of the business he works for. Pedro has used TLC to advance his career and attract more customers. Overall, it appears that Pedro continued to use Chantel to increase his influence on social media. The 31-year-old Dominican man recently uploaded a humorous video on how he is always ready for his clientele. Fans severely criticized Pedro for the video, saying things like, "Too bad you weren't available for your wife." The most common reason why Pedro has been criticized as a bad husband by 90 Day Fiancé viewers is because of his alleged adultery. The name of the 31-year-old Dominican male has been connected to numerous women over the previous few years. Viewers have observed Pedro acting especially affectionate with a variety of women, including his sister's best friend, unidentified young women, co-workers, and his boss. According to reports, Chantel had even charged the Dominican of infidelity. Fans are convinced that he had cheated on his wife as a result and see no need to give him the benefit of the doubt. Although it is admirable to be driven and passionate about accomplishment, people believe Pedro is only interested in making money. The 31-year-old man has recently flaunted his financial condition on Instagram by stressing his accomplishments since divorcing his wife. Pedro has done everything possible to flaunt his wealth and ability to buy whatever he wants, from his new pricey Audi to his sales. Fans are seldom impressed with him, despite his best attempts. Since Chantel has been utilized as a means of payment for the previous 5 years, they have witnessed this. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share, and stay with us. Your likes will encourage us to make next videos. Thank you.